Hey folks, this week on Old School Outdoors, we're headed back to Louisiana.
Trying to teach this girl about the hunt. She won't answer. She wants to hold this gun out of the window. First thing walk out, shoot it.
If the girl's around, there's probably gonna be a boy around. Megan, my daughter, who's never harvested a deer.
Just lined it up, had the perfect shot, and pulled the trigger.
This is gonna be her first hunt ever. Sure enough, out walks a buck.
Squeeze the trigger. That's the one I'm looking for. Went 3 feet, straight down. Ooh, 45-70 rides again. Lord, look at the size of that one.
Well, as my old buddy Greg says, it's just another beautiful day in paradise.
Folks, that's old school right there.
So my daughter Megan is coming out this week for her first ever deer hunt.
I never wanted to hunt before. I was raised by my dad. He's always been a hunter. And it just kind of hit me that I think I wanted to do that. Talked to my dad and said, I want to go hunting with you, and I want you to be there with me, and I want you to be there when I kill a deer.
She's never shot a rifle, so I've got this 243 that's been with me for years and years. Got it sighted in, got it ready.
We had to be in the tree by 3. So I was just trying to get here as fast as I could to go ahead and get the gun sighted in and shoot it a few times to see where my shot was.
But this, is it fuzzy, like when you're looking at the target? Are you seeing a full view?
Yeah.
Like the whole...
Clear.
Get her on the bench, put on a pad, kind of similar circumstance will be in the stand. And I always tell everybody, do not jerk the trigger. Squeeze the trigger.
I shot 1 bullet. I asked if I needed to do it again. He said, I think you got it.
1 shot, she was in the red. I said, that's good. We're ready to go. You're good.
All right.
All you gotta do is put the crosshairs on it,
We got that.
hold it steady, don't get the buck fever and squeeze the
I
trigger.
don't know nothing about buck fever.
Okay, you don't know nothing
No, I
about
think
buck
that's
fever.
a man thing.
You know, I can remember when you was like 4 years old and I'd bring you dove hunting and you'd had your earmuffs on you laying out there, be reading me Bible verses, telling me that was a bird of peace, I shouldn't be shooting it. And now you becoming a huntress.
That's right.
You ready? You
I'm
ready
ready.
to get your deer? I'm so happy.
So we decided that we would come out here for the weekend to Dad's Ponderosa. He's had it for 15 years, and I've only seen, right where the house is. I don't venture off into the woods much.
We went through the procedures of we're gonna park away from the stand because these deer and four-wheelers and stuff scares them off. We're driving not to the stand, we're driving and walking.
There's stands and feeders and lots of deer everywhere. So that's what we did. We found a stand, decided that's where we were gonna set up that day.
We're gonna ease through the gate here, and there's a big long right of way going back, and we'll walk down it, and then there's a trail going off to the left. We can see the blind. The feeder's back up this way, so if there's something around there, we'll just ease into the blind and hopefully won't spook them too much.
Had to walk a pretty good little jog to get in there. We got set up in the blind, and we're there early.
just need to scoot up.
Huh?
I think I just needed to scoot up.
That's good,
So we got in here early enough to where we didn't disturb anything, so we'll just sit back, keep our eyes open, wait for something to show up, hopefully.
We got there before 3 o'clock. Feeders go off at 4. We're hunting over one of our new design 5-in-1 feeders, and also in the same location, I have our brand new rice bran feeder. So I've got everything that a deer likes right there.
You got this lane down here also. I can't really see it because this is in the way for me. But if you see something, let me know, because there's a trail about halfway down that comes right out to here.
So if they go down that,
Yeah, it comes out to this lane. So if you're like, oh, I think we don't have to worry about being in a hurry. If they get in that lane, they're going to come out. We'll be sitting here ready for them.
We're in the stand, we're early, we get set up, get her out the window, get everything just right. So now we're ready for the hunt.
I think that it probably shocked him just to even hear it come out of my mouth that I wanted to do it. And I've been talking about it probably for a year. So for the day to actually come was amazing.
She's never hunted until last year, and she started off shooting a pellet gun in her backyard, just playing around.
I found out I was a pretty good shot when we had some pesky squirrels tearing up the backyard and our pecan trees. You got binoculars. I'm gonna look at it. So we got a pellet gun, and I didn't kill a squirrel, but I found out that I was a really good shot.
Then she decided she wanted to go dove hunting, so I introduced her to a shotgun, and she did a little skeet shooting back here.
Trying to teach this girl about hunting. She won't know that. She wants to hold this gun out of the window. First thing I walk out, shoot it. We're gonna have to say, she's gonna shoot the right one.
through the scope.
Yeah.
Get it right.
You know, folks, I'm old. I can't hear anything. Megan can hear. She would be, there's something over here, something over there, and it's like, sure enough, here walk out 3 does. It's like, I never heard them coming. She heard everything coming.
Those other does are over here by the feeder.
I'll give it a few, like 30 minutes or so.
What I do is, I'll be sitting here looking at deer and stuff. And when I reach for that gun, something fixing to die.
You could really tell the deers like the feeders. One of them has a rice bran, and he's got those all throughout where he's got his hunting stands and stuff.
Oh, we got our 5-in-1 feeder here, which was our first introductory feeder, which has got 4 separate outside compartments. They hold 175 pounds each. You can put different foods in each compartment. And in the middle compartment, we have corn with a thrower, 100% coon proof, low profile, fill it up from the ground. But then also we got our very first tree hugger. Only tree hugger a deer hunter would like. Feeds rice bran. And it's on the timer, so it feeds twice a day. There's nothing else like it in the industry. And deer love rice bran, especially bucks. So.
We were quiet. The wind was in the right direction. 2 of the doe went up to the bran feeder, ate a little bit, went over to the 5-in-1 feeder. This time of year, this is mid-November. This is the rut in Louisiana. If the girl's around, there's probably gonna be a boy around.
There's a bug in there. Told y'all. There's a bug in there. Told y'all.
I can just see the excitement in her. But the thing is, she's never shot a deer. I'd talked to her about the buck fever, getting just nervous and it crosses through that Sendero, and I said, I've got another stuff cut through the woods, and it's gonna head toward that feeder. I'm assured of that.
Those other does are over here by the feeder.
Now in the 5-in-1 feeder, even though the corn feeder hadn't gone off, we've got these 4 outside compartments that I can put protein in or attractants or other stuff in. So if a deer comes by, they got something to eat. Because like I've told people, deer don't just feed at 7 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They eat 6 pounds of food a day, every day. So they're feeding. So we're 30 minutes before the feeder ever goes off. This buck walks out, walks around, sticks his head right into one of the feeder tubes on the 5-in-1, and I get my binoculars and I'm looking. I said, that deer needs to go. I mean, it's just an inferior. It's not like what we're looking for to hang on the wall, but it had a spike on it that was like 12 inches long, at least, maybe more, maybe 14. And it's like, and the other side had kind of a funky looking rack. I said, it needs to go.
He ain't a mounter, but he needs to die.
Well, I'll kill him for you.
I said, this might booger our hunt up, by shooting one now.
I wasn't really thinking about that. I just wanted to kill a deer.
Just push this
I got a good shot at him right now.
And she said, I have no problem. I'll check him out of here. So it's like, get the gun, get it out the window.
Saw it in the scope. It was lined up perfect. And I didn't even think about it. I got it in the right spot and just pulled the trigger.
Squeeze the trigger.
I get it.
Yeah, girl.
He jumped and fell, ran off, but he did die.
Good news is, he kind of ran over out of the way. When the feeder goes off, maybe a big buck will come in, we'll just go and double up and catch it.
Shooting my first deer was an amazing feeling, and I never knew anything about buck fever. I didn't know what these people were talking about.
I got a little bit of buck fever.
She did have a little bit of shake after that. It was like, but it wasn't, she didn't get the buck fever and miss the deer. That was a good thing.
I was just really determined and wanted to put some meat in the fridge.
If he was running very far, he would have come out through
I
here.
saw him chirp.
So I know we've got this deer. I know that the way it hit the ground and the dust coming up, it was a solid shot.
He's just dead right up in there. Now that might screw over hunt, but that's it, and that deer needed to die.
This is 30 minutes before the feeder goes off, and it's like, okay, we'll just sit here. We may have boogered the hunt, may not, if there's something else around.
You'll eat real good.
Good.
Let's put another
My
bone.
family be so happy. They won't starve.
Feed your family.
The only thing I was really worried about was where it fell. I knew it wasn't there in the Sendero by the feeder, but maybe it was there close, and that might, the smell or the sight might booger up the other deer. So I was a little worried about that.
Well, I got a call buck down. My daughter's first deer ever, and I loved it.
The feeder went off. I had already shot the spike, and there weren't that many deer coming around for a little bit after the feeder went off. I think we kind of scared them.
Now we're gonna see if we ain't buggered him. Maybe get one to hang on her in her bedroom.
But then they started coming around, It was getting close to getting dark. It was probably about 4:30. Feeder went off at 4. After that, we waited a little bit, and finally we saw another buck coming through on the left side of the feeder. The sun was starting to set, so it was straight in my eyes. And when I looked through the scope, it was really hard. I could barely see the crosshairs lining up.
So after looking dead in the sun and stuff, kind of hard to really tell, but it's like, this deer had some pretty good horns, you know. I think this is the one we need to take. I got Megan ready, and she was kind of nervous, mainly because of the sun, not being able to see it.
Again, I couldn't really see it, and I was getting frustrated. Got it lined up.
When he turned broadside, I said, okay, that's it, take the shot.
Sun was in my eyes, but I saw it, and I got him.
Holy mackerel!
That thing just laid flat down.
He went 3 feet.
That's him right there.
Straight down.
Shoot, I thought I saw it run off.
Then I looked up. I thought he got away. There was dust and deer kind of scrambling, and he was laying flat in front of the feeder.
No, that was crazy because I really thought I saw it run off and I missed it, and he had just fell over dead.
Nice buck right there, girlfriend.
Oh yeah, that's gonna look good on the wall.
Pretty buck. For your first 8-point buck.
Well, I'm gonna hang this part on the wall. And then I'm gonna eat the rest of it, and then we're gonna put this somewhere fancy, like cook the hide.
This was an epic, exciting hunt for me. I can remember David when he was 8 years old killing his first deer. I can remember JD, all the grandkids on their first deers. But Megan at 41, that this was something special.
Blood.
And not only does she have something that she wants to hang on her wall, which I got to keep out for her that night, but she's got 2 deer, and that one bigger deer weighed 170 pounds, so she got a lot of meat.
Ooh, it's like Christmas. Christmas scavenger hunt.
Good job, baby girl. That's a nice one. Get culled out of the herd right there. I never
weird.
saw him cross that.
I didn't
gun.
either. I think we just thought he dropped.
Well, and he just turned to flip, and it's like, pop, pop. I thought he ain't gone nowhere. And I didn't see him immediately come across there, but maybe he may have laid down and crossed some other time he wasn't looking.
He was trying to be.
I'm glad you found that blood,
Yeah.
because we wasn't even looking over here.
Nope.
So this first hunting experience has been awesome. I really wanted to do it for the experience with my dad.
Now you
Gross.
cooking with natural gas. Got your war paint on.
No, I found out I was a good shot with a BB gun and a pellet gun. So then I just kind of got the fever to shoot. Saw my nieces and nephews and cousins and everybody else killing stuff with my dad. And I thought that would be really cool.
It's just a plus that now my freezer is fully stocked, and we're gonna enjoy all that deer meat.
That's just a pretty cool deer right there. Old Sunshine. We'll name him Sunshine. So folks, in closing of this episode of Old School Outdoors, I just want to state again, get in the woods with your family, with your children, your grandchildren, or a friend that's never harvested a deer, and enjoy that moment. So now we got horns on the wall and meat in the freezer. You can't get any better than that.
The horns are a plus, having it on the wall, but that's not what it was really about. It was really about a moment in time with my dad that we could never get back.